Hello there, and welcome to another Starfield video. So today we're taking a look at another weapon mod. This is the AA-105 rifle by Fury. Fury has made some awesome weapons. I've checked out one of them so far, the Gemini rifle, which was basically it was like kind of like a base on the Orion platform, and it was meant to be a kind of a middle ground between the hard target and the mag sniper. So today we're looking at the 105 rifle. So we'll read some of the description. Recent creation by Allied Armaments with help from MASS. The AA-105 is an offshoot design from the AA-99, meant for use amongst UC Marines, reconnaissance team, and special forces within the UC. The rifle itself hits harder compared to its counterpart, but at the cost of magazine size and slightly lower fire rate. The 105 boasts a fair amount of customization, although not an obscene amount. The gun's base damage sits right around 84, maxing out at 106 with perks. It's more of a range weapon, so the only fire modes you get are single and burst. It's integrally suppressed, which sounds fucking awesome. I love when they integrally suppress weapons. You can only get it by crafting it at the industrial workbench. Similarly, all weapons require credits. Think of it as requisition rather than crafting, which I quite like the take of it, to be honest with you. A unique version is found in the science wing. It's somewhat an obvious location. This one trades the benefits of the normal 105 for two different receivers. Okay. So yeah, so let's go and check it out, shall we? Alright, so we've loaded into the game, and we're just going to go to the industrial workbench. And at the top here, you can see the AA-105, which costs 1 credit to make. Interesting. Oh wait, no it doesn't. I'm an idiot. It costs... I think that was 1,000 credits, potentially. So we'll go and check it out real quick. Down to my usual spot. As you can see, the stats of the weapon, it's physical damage of 265. It fires 11 millimeters. Got a base mag of 18, fire rate of 38, range of 57, actually 73, and it's 3.8 mass. It looks awesome. This is another one of those weapons where I believe it is like a... I was informed that NIF scope doesn't just mean... I would have said NIF scope because, yeah. But apparently... So basically... NIF scope, initially what I thought it meant is that somebody takes in-game assets and kind of messes with them to make something new. But apparently NIF scope doesn't just mean that. But yeah, so this basically uses in-game assets. It's based on the AA-99, I believe. Yeah, let's check it out. So obviously it looks awesome. Really makes use of the it's got very visible kick. Oh, there was someone there I was shooting at. Whoops. Got very visible kick, but then that's kind of what it is. Now I do have, just a heads up, I have ballistics max, so my damage is going to be 30% more, and I also have rifle certification, so it's going to be doing like 60% more damage. So let's go take a look at the attachments. Alright, so barrels we have, oh this is cool. Okay, so we've got a standard barrel, stabilizing barrel, and long barrel. So the stabilizing barrel specialized mag-assisted barrel vastly increases accuracy and recoil at the cost of ADS. And then long barrel increases recoil at the cost of ADS. So I'm trying to think which one is better. So this one is obviously better, but this one looks cooler. I'll go with that one. So laser, we've got a laser sight. Laser sight attachment helps target acquisition. And then we've got a recon laser, which also shows enemies. You've watched my videos, you know I'm not a huge fan of the marking enemies, just because I'm a bit of an idiot, and I'll try to shoot enemies that are marked and I'm like, oh, they're through the map. So we've got the optics. We've got an AA-99 optic, which is basically like a reflex sight, standard iron sight, medium scope, recon scope, short scope. Why does this look smaller? Side star optic, really cool. We'll do the 4 times. Muzzle obviously just comes with an integral suppressor. Standard stock. Oh, cool, cool. So we have a tactical stock, which is lighter, quicker ADS. We've got a standard stock, and we got a stabilizing stock, which gives you, as you can see there, it makes the gun quite heavy. I'm gonna go with stabilizing, and then magazine. We've got
firepower.
Next to me, we've got armor piercing, large mag, and standard mag. Standard mag is 12, as is the armor piercing. Large mag is 18. So we're gonna go with the armor piercing. And then internal, we have the option to. Oh, we've got actually. Never mind, we've got a few more. So internal, we've got hair trigger, which increases the fire rate from 38 to 56 or 45. We've got high powered, which increases the damage by a sizable amount, and then we've got high velocity, which increases the actually. I've said this before a few times. The velocity stat, I kind of hope that Bethesda at some point will kind of add it or like show it in the game, just because, like, if we could see like a velocity stat, like let's say for instance, if high velocity doubled the velocity, so like the speed at which the bullet reaches its target or the time, it might be quite viable. But for the most part, I think high powered is the best one to go with. And then we've got burst or semi-auto. So burst increases the fire rate by 95. So basically, yeah, we're firing 2-round bursts. We're gonna go with the burst. So we're gonna go test this out. But before we test this out, we're going to go and get the special variant. Oh, it sounds awesome. All right, so we're gonna be right back. We're gonna go grab the unique variant, and we'll be back. All right, so here we are in the masked science wing. So just show you real quick. So this is the elevator. You want to go to the defense research, health and human services, and ages. And then you come in here, you go to this section, come through here, and right here we have the 105A. So we've got a little. I did it for us. I finally finished a side project. While it may not look much different from any other 105, the internals are ours, and that is all that matters. I wish you could have seen. You'd been here, theater even used against those bastards in the Crimson Fleet before they got you. Maybe we finished it. The outcome would have been different. Whoever finds this Dacian rifle, take it. Make sure she finds a good home and puts down plenty of pirates. I will leave this slate. Rifle here. Okay, so let's grab this real quick.
Back in the lab. Quiet.
And we're gonna really quickly head back to the workbench just to kind of compare, see what the difference is. And we'll be right back. All right, so we're back here, and let me just real quick. We'll just compare. So we've got the 105. I'm just looking. So by default, it seems to have a bigger mag. Oh, it doesn't have. I don't know. Let's check. Well, let's do a quick check. The modifications. So this one, same attachments. Actually, we'll put the same mods on it.
That was great.
Just to kind of see what the difference is. Oh. Okay, this one doesn't have the other stick. Interesting. Grip and stock. Yeah. In battery. Okay, it has an extended mag. So the mag is bigger. So it's got either 20 rounds or 24 rounds. It doesn't have access to the medium scope, interestingly. Doesn't have access to the anti-armor rounds. And we've got hair trigger, high power, and high velocity. And this one is fully automatic or burst. Interesting. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go fully automatic. So I think let me just really quickly compare them. So they seem kind of similar. I don't really see a whole lot of difference with it aside from, you know, the fact that it's fully automatic. and it has like a bigger mag. We'll just test it out real quick. I can understand now why it doesn't have access to the kind of higher zoom scope, because it's meant to be. So it's got quite vertical recoil, which makes sense. You can see it's kind of like almost straight. So it tapers off there. So I'm gonna obviously make use of this, the base version. So yeah, so we're gonna go and shoot some pirates, I think is the only way to do it. So we'll be right back. Alright, we are at an abandoned hangar. We're gonna kill some pirates. As always, I'm playing on extreme difficulty, so just to give it a kind of a test. Obviously, if it performs well in extreme, it'll perform exceedingly well in everything else. I'm gonna try and do a little bit of stealth. As you can see, with stealth, this thing does a fair amount of damage. Now, I don't have all of the stealth perks, just FYI, so... 700 damage, though. So it's like... This thing hits like an absolute truck. Interesting that I'm, like, doing sneak damage. Like, they know I'm here because they're shooting me. Let's head down and shoot some. I really love these kind of I say NIF scope weapons, but I know they're not specifically NIF scope now that I know, I've been informed. But I like that, I like when modders kind of take in-game assets and kind of make something custom. Just cause like, I don't like there's some mods out there where... Yeah, Simi doesn't have a spacesuit, ignore that. Like, some people will kind of incorporate guns into the game that may not fit in the game. Like, I know, like, a lot of people kind of, like, there's a couple of modders that make, like, the Star Wars weapons. And, like, personally, I'm not a huge fan. Obviously, I know that it's more so, I think it's more so just for people who are big Star Wars, you know, junkies. But I like when modders kind of respect the kind of the lore of the game and kind of, you know, how the game is and the kind of what Bethesda have intended. And like by making custom weapons using in-game assets, it just kind of feels more kind of lore friendly, I suppose you could say. Yeah. Gonna swap to the other version, just to see how it handles. So the gun, like, the gun is awesome. Come here, you. I quite like how balanced it is, just because, you know, it's got less ammo, slower fire rate. It's like, Fury did a really good job. I will say, like I was saying, I do like how they've done the attachments. Like, it's like kind of like you're requisitioning the weapons, which is really cool. Now, I don't know if the weapons are kind of added to level lists. They don't specifically say. It'd be kind of cool. See, and that's exactly why I hate the recon perk. Like I always say, like, not a modder, so, you know, I don't know how plausible it is, but it would be cool if you could, like, kind of add this into the kind of the level loot system, or the loot system, level system, and make it so that it's occasionally equipped by UC personnel, mainly, like, maybe Marines, and, like, SysDef. But obviously then you'd only really be able to make use of it or find it if you were fighting against them. But again, it's just a kind of a more of a cool idea, you know, it's not necessary. We'll really quickly, we'll swap back to the other one. I prefer the other one, just because I like the kind of the more more like it's like an accurate firearm. Accurate firearm, I say, as I like completely missed. Now this, obviously, this does a sizable amount of damage, as you can see. Like 510 per shot. And obviously, some of these enemies are quite low level, so against higher level enemies, it'll probably be more competitive. But my god, is it pretty OP. Well, not overpowered, maybe it is a little bit overpowered. Now I do have perks. Like I said, like I have perks that increases. I had this conversation before, but I can't remember if like the perks in this game are if they're multiplicative or additive. But there's a high probability I'm doing like 60% more damage with, you know, this weapon. Is that all the enemies? Oh no, I see you. Hello. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's an awesome weapon. It's definitely one I would like recommend adding. The thing is, because it's, let me just double check. I don't think the mod author mentioned it being in kind of the level system, but I will double check. Just, you know. Not tested it with any sort of skin mods, so it may not work. If you find a bug or anything, you can remove comments in the forums. If you find a bug, Nexus. Yeah, they definitely should bring comments. So I don't see anything about it being kind of added to the level system. The mod author like says that they feel the mod is done, and they're talking about custom skins, but there's no promises on that. It'll be released as is, but here we are with an update to fix a couple of things now. Okay, cool. Like, regardless, like the mod, it's awesome. I definitely recommend this if you're a fan of the kind of the allied armory, allied armaments, like firearms, and you're looking for like a kind of a more unique weapon. Definitely go for it. But yeah, as always, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know if you guys have been rocking with this weapon. If you have, let me know if you have any issues with it. I don't really think there would be any issues because it's just a standalone gun, but you never really know. There's, you know, with mods, there's always a chance of something going wrong. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.